Welcome back to Pest Control Marketing That Actually Works, the podcast for pest control operators who want real growth, not empty promises. I'm Adam Bennett.
And I'm Elisabeth Pallante. We're from Cube Creative Design, and for 20 years, we've helped pest control companies stop wasting money and start growing.
Today's episode, Google Business Profile, the $0 marketing channel. Here are your 3 key takeaways.
First, why Google Business Profile generates more qualified leads than any paid channel. Second, the optimization checklist that gets you ranking in the local 3-pack, the top 3. Third, the weekly maintenance routine that keeps leads flowing for free.
Let's dive in. We're bringing Chad back today because he's about to share the single most important free marketing channel for pest control companies. Chad, set this up for us.
We're talking about your Google Business Profile. It's formerly known as Google My Business, which for some reason, Google felt the name to change it. It didn't roll off the tongue quite as well as Google My Business did, but who am I to question what Google wants to do? But it is the highest ROI marketing channel for your pest control business, and it's completely free. Anytime you use it, you're putting data directly into Google's database.
Yes. So let me give you a real number. We have pest control clients getting 60% of their total leads from Google Business Profile, not Google Ads, not their website, their free Google Business Profile.
Think about that. If you're getting 100 leads per month total, 60 of them could be coming from a channel that costs you absolutely nothing.
So basically, here's how it works and why it works so well. So when someone searches for like a pest control near me or, rodent infestation near me or whatever they're looking for, Google's going to show the local 3-pack 9 times out of 10. And it's going to be at the very top of the search results. And we call that the 3-pack, the local pack, the map pack.
The top 3, right? A lot of times.
Yeah. It's really, that's where you want to be. It's just the top 3. We'll just leave it at that.
Those 3 listings get 93% of the clicks. So if you're not in that top 3, you're invisible. But if you are in the top 3, you're getting free, high intent leads all day long. And by high intent, we mean these are people who are going to buy.
Yeah, and it's not just about the quantity. The quality of Google Business Profile leads is incredible.
Yep. So when somebody clicks on your Google Business Profile, they're going to see your reviews, your photos, your business hours, your service area, your website. Basically, they're pre-qualifying themselves for you.
Have already done their research. They've read your reviews, they've seen your work, and they're ready to hire.
Clients consistently report that Google Business Profile leads close at 30 to 40% compared to 15 to 20% of the cold leads from other channels.
Right. And it's $0 in cost for you. So every GBP lead is pure margin. So you're not paying $30 to $40 a click or even 70 or 80 if it's an LSA type ad. You're not paying for Facebook ad impressions. It's complete free organic visibility.
So Google local service ads versus Google Business Profile. Chad, can you tell us what the difference is?
Yeah. So essentially your Google local service ads are the ones with the little green Google guarantee. It's a check mark that basically says you're a verified business. They've went and done all the homework, insured your license, all that good stuff. And a lot of times that'll show up above the 3-pack. Now you're going to pay per lead, and it's just like a PPC ad. It's going to be a bid process. So it could be anywhere from like 15 to 40 to maybe even $70 or $80.
Those are paid. But your Google Business Profile, that's the free organic listing in the 3-pack or the top 3 below the local service ads.
Yeah, and both are really valuable. So the LSA or the local service ads generate leads immediately. But optimizing your Google Business Profile, that's something that can generate leads forever without ongoing costs.
Right. So my smart strategy kind of thought here is run a few local service ads when you're building up your organic GBP profile. After about 6 to 12 months, you can kind of pull back from all that. When you start ranking organically, you can reduce and even eliminate the LSA ads. We've seen that with our clients.
Okay, so this is all well and good, right? But how do you actually optimize your Google Business Profile to rank in that top 3? Let's go over the exact checklist.
Step 1 sounds really obvious, but we audit pest control companies every week who haven't even claimed their profile. They don't even own it.
Right. So what you'll want to do is go to google.com/business, and then you search for your business name. And if it exists, it'll say on this business. So you claim it. Google will send you a postcard with a verification code or to your physical address. It may even be a video verification, which is a little bit trickier, but you just follow the steps, make sure you got your documentation in place, and you should be good to go.
That's right. And even now, we're finding that Google has stopped sending postcards to a lot of people and they're requiring you to verify with video. And so you're going to have to use the Google Maps ad on a smartphone to record a video that's going to have a lot of information in it. So follow the steps that they tell you in that because that keeps changing as well of what they want to see in that video. That video won't be viewed by a person, it'll be viewed by AI. So you want to make sure that you're very clear with how you are recording all of that information. It usually includes going to the road to get a picture of the road sign, have a sign on your truck, have a sign that's permanently attached to your door, have somebody that's able to unlock your door on the video, and then even going to a POS system, which a lot of pest control companies don't have, and just really proving that you are a business at that address. A lot of operators run out of their home, right, Chad? And
Hmm.
so that can be very difficult as well. But that's where probably working with an agency to help you claim that can really help. And if your profile doesn't exist at all, create it. You're going to need your business name, your address, your phone number, category, and the service areas.
Yeah, and so it's really important in this process that you complete every single part of this, right? That they request, whether it's the postcard or if you're going through those video steps. Google rewards complete profiles. So if you leave parts of this out or some of the fields on the postcard blank, Google assumes you're not a serious business.
Right. So you have to fill everything out completely. It doesn't matter how long you've been in business. We had a pest control company that had been in business since 1972, and we had to jump through hoops to get them verified as well. So no one's immune.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's
good
all
point.
about it's all about the Google computers seeing everything's filled out completely and that it's all true and factual. So first you want to make sure that your business name is your actual business name, not keyword stuff like Joe's Pest Control Termite Bedbug Exterminator Charlotte. That violates Google's guidelines and they'll suspend you.
Yeah, nice try. Don't do that. There are better ways. Business category as well. The primary category should be pest control service. You can add secondary categories like wildlife control service or wildlife exclusion service, termite control service, if those are relevant.
Right. And so, like your service area, you're going to want to list like the cities and the zip codes that you serve so you can kind of create a perimeter. You want to stay within about a 60-mile radius of your base of operation. Google gets very iffy when you start trying to go outside of that. And there's some things you have to do off Google to kind of communicate that you are in those service areas. So, just you may have your North Carolina pest control management license, but that doesn't mean that you need to put all of North Carolina in when you're based in Charlotte.
Yeah, absolutely. Next is you want to have your business hours. So this could include the holiday hours that you're not open. Update these when they change, or if you're working with an agency, they can manage that for you. There's nothing worse than someone calling you during your posted hours and you're closed. But one more thing about the business hours, we know that you work before the sun comes up and you're working after the sun goes down. So these business hours aren't actually when you're working, it's when you want to be able to receive phone calls.
Yes, that's an important bit, isn't it? Also, your phone number. Use a local number, not a 1-800 number. Google favors local numbers and make sure it's the same number on your website for consistency.
Right. And your website URL, obviously, you're going to want to link to your homepage. Ideally, you could set up a dedicated page on your website just for those Google business profile click throughs. Obviously, you're going to want to optimize that for the conversion, but that's a great way to help track what's coming actually from your Google business profile.
Absolutely. And then next, you want to look at your business description. Now, you only get 750 characters to tell the world what you do. So use all the characters that you can. Describe your services, your service area, what makes you different. You want to make sure to include all the keywords naturally, like pest control, termite treatment, bed bug removal, but you can't add your phone number in this description or you'll get declined. So make sure that you don't put a website or a phone number in this description.
Okay, so in addition to that, let's talk about photos. Lots of photos, right? Photos are massively important. Businesses with photos get 42% more requests for directions and 35% more clicks to their website. Photos just help.
Absolutely. Chad, what are some of the photos that we should upload?
Well, obviously, you should put up your logo, and I'm not talking a screenshot of your business card or a cell phone photo of your business card. Your true actual logo. If you have your trucks wrapped or lettered, contact the sign shop, get them to send you your true logo.
Also, a cover photo. Your branded truck or your team in front of your truck is good. Make it professional.
There's another kind of photo that you can add. It's called interior and exterior. Of course, you probably won't have any interior photos of your office, but if you do, use those as your interior photos. Use your trucks, your equipment. Those build trust.
Right. Your team photos. Obviously, we like photos of people we know, like, and trust. We want to see the technicians, what they look like. Do they look sketchy? I don't want to hire a sketchy person. You know, I mean, let's just be honest. So you want to show your team, and professional photos are always best than whipping out your cell phone and trying to grab something quick and dirty.
Yeah, people hire people, right? So it's good
Hmm.
to just show your people and invite the consumer in to see what's really going on, who you are. Also, before and after, if you can safely photograph pest issues and the resolution, like a wasp nest removal or termite damage repair, those are really gold pictures to include.
Yeah. And then to piggyback on that, we've got action shots. So your techs treating a property, inspecting a crawl space, installing bait stations. It shows that you actually do the work.
Yep. So you can upload 20 to 30 photos when you first set everything up. And then I would probably recommend 2 to 5 a month if you can. Google loves active profiles, just like with your website. They want to see everything being active.
Okay, so one of the big reasons why we create these profiles is reviews. So they're the single most important factor for a Google business profile. More reviews plus higher star rating equals higher ranking overall.
Yeah, so the businesses ranking in the top three typically have 50 to 200 or more reviews with 4.5 stars on average.
Right. So you need some kind of a systematic process for your review generation. So here's a couple of simple ways to do it.
Yeah, so after every successful job, send an email or a text asking for a review. Don't just say, leave us a review. You want to include the direct link to your Google review page. And something that we do as an agency is we have a system called reputation management software. If you don't have something built into the program that you're using to manage your routes, where you can actually send that review out within the hour or right away when that job is done.
Right, and with that program, isn't there an option too if it's a low review, you get to address it before it actually hits Google?
That's right.
Yeah, so
And it can even answer positive reviews for you automatically. So that's just one more thing you don't have to do.
right, pretty cool. If you are just sending it yourself, you're not using the reputation management software to get your review link, open your Google business profile, click get more reviews, and copy that short URL that's there. That's your review link.
Yep. Obviously, you're going to want to train your techs. So at the end of every job, if you've got that review link, like on a business card or a postcard, you can leave that with the homeowner or the property owner. If they're happy, we really appreciate your business. We'd love you to leave a Google review. You can send them a text message. One thing I do want to note right here, you can't incentivize anyone to leave you a review. You can, however, incentivize your staff to get reviews. So you could pay your pest control technician $5 for every review that they get where their name is mentioned.
Mm.
But there's, some shady stuff that can go on there too, because, they could go get all their family and friends to go leave them Google reviews so they can get 20, $30 right before Christmas or whatever. But, there's options there. So you just kind of have to, as the owner and the operator, kind of watch for something like that and make sure it was actually a true customer. But, a Google review is a Google review. So as long as it's 5 stars, we're gold.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we really find with what's successful with that is the techs before they leave the job, they watch the customer do it on their phone before they leave. That way they know that that review is actually getting out there. When somebody leaves, there's probably a 60% chance that that customer is not going to leave a review on their own. So that's where something like an email or a text message with that link would help get that. You want to respond to every review, bad reviews, good reviews. You want to thank the positive reviews within 24 hours. You want to address negative reviews professionally and offer to fix the problem.
Right. And just mentioning what Chad had mentioned before as well, you really do want authentic reviews, right? Like you really do want your actual customers' reviews. So that really goes a long way. And I think it shines. It shows up in your reviews when you're getting that real takeaway from what people have experienced. So yeah, so responding to reviews shows Google your profile is active and shows potential customers you care about the feedback.
So obviously you want to train your techs. So at the end of every job, if the customer is happy, say, hey, we really appreciated your business. If you're happy with the service, I'd love you to leave me a Google review. I'll send you a text link. The other thing is you can incentivize your techs to get reviews. You can't incentivize the property owner, the homeowner, or, your customer to leave a review.
That's right. And you want to respond to every review. Thank the positive reviews within 24 hours, address the negative problems professionally, offer to fix the problem. What's really great is in a reply, say, "Hey, I'm the owner. Please call me directly and I'd love to fix this for you." In the positive reviews, make sure that you add in some different keywords. So if you help them with termite control, maybe mention termite control, because what that's going to do is it's going to add to your SEO, your search engine optimization, and help boost those reviews for other people to see in the future.
Right. There's several angles that makes that helpful to answer to to respond to those reviews, right? So responding to reviews also shows Google that your profile is active and shows potential customers that you care about feedback.
Yep. So obviously, if you can generate like 2 to 5 reviews a week, that's ideal. So let's say you complete 20 jobs in a week and you get 15% to leave you some reviews. That's 3 a week, which is totally achievable.
Okay, next, let's talk about Google Posts. So, Google Posts are like mini social media posts that appear in your Google business profile. Most pest control companies don't use them, and that's a mistake. You're missing out.
That's right. A lot of businesses don't use this because they don't know about it. I would post at least once a week. Chad, what are some things that we should post on this?
So you kind of want to treat this like a hybrid of a social media post and like a Google ad or like a social media ad or something. So maybe 20% off termite inspections this month. You could put service announcements like now offering same day bed bug treatment, seasonal tips, how to prevent ants this spring, maybe even customer success stories like just protecting another Charlotte family home from termites.
So, each post can include a photo, it can have 1,500 characters of text, and also a call to action button. So, use all of that that's available for you.
Yeah. And these Google posts stay alive for 7 days. And we've even seen them stay for longer. So that keeps changing. And then sometimes they archive. But that's why you need to post weekly to keep that fresh content from always showing up there at the top.
Right. So basically optimization is what's going to get you ranked, but the maintenance is keeps you up there at the top, just like anything. So here is a good weekly routine for you to follow.
Okay. So every Monday morning, check for new reviews from the previous week. If you're using software, reputation management software, it'll actually tell you immediately when a review comes in.
And respond to every one of them. Positive reviews. Thank them specifically. Mention something from their review to show you actually read it.
Right. If you happen to get a negative review, always stay professional. I have seen way too many pest control operators just go off on the reviewer. It's pretty sad actually. So apologize if it's appropriate. Offer to fix the problem offline. Never argue in the response. Kind of like what I said there at the beginning of that. Just don't argue with them. That's just bad, bad all the way around.
It is. And yeah, I touched on this just a second ago, but here's an example. We're sorry to hear about your experience. This doesn't reflect our standard of service. Please contact me directly at list your phone number so we can make this right. And what's really important about that is that when somebody sees maybe a 1 star come through and they see your response to that, in their head, it says, this owner is on top of it. They really do want to do a good job for the customer. And a lot of times that just negates that 1 star review in that potential customer's head.
It really does, right? Because we're all human and we all know that things can go sideways, even with the best intent. And so if you're just showing up with the intent to take care of your clients, then that's really what people want to see, right?
Absolutely.
You're trying to do that. Okay. Also, so to add to this schedule on Wednesdays, do new photos. Every Wednesday, upload 2 to 3 new photos and just make that a habit.
Yeah. And so the easy way is have your techs take a photo during the jobs. Obviously, with the customer's permission, branded trucks, team in action before and after if appropriate. And, techs are so busy, they're not going to have a whole lot of time for this. So if you can set it up to where maybe you text a tech and say, "Hey, can you just shoot a photo today?" That way, you're proactive at helping getting those for them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it may feel repetitive, but if you keep adding photos, Google's going to refresh that. So it's going to feel repetitive. So you just keep adding photos. Google's going to love you adding fresh content. So maybe aim for like 100 photos total on your profile. And I care to bet you've got texting you photos to ask you a question potentially, especially if they're a new tech. That's a great photo that you can use.
Especially if it's okay with the owner, right?
Yeah. Like if it's in a crawl space, usually there's not a lot of customer information in that crawl space. So that is
Right.
like a perfect place, especially if it's something really gross and creepy crawly.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of customers who have never seen their crawl space, so they might be like, "Oh, that's cool. I'd love to see what's down there."
Yeah.
Okay, or not, absolutely. Every Friday, so talking about the end of the week now, create one Google post for the following week. Think about this as just another social media channel.
Yeah. So rotate through post types. Week 1, a seasonal tip. Week 2, a special offer. Week 3, a customer testimonial. Week 4, service spotlight. And you could just rotate through that.
Yep. It may take like 10 minutes to do. Include a relevant photo, 300 words, add a call to action button like call now or book an appointment. Those will be gold.
Yeah, you can schedule it to post on Monday morning if your management tool allows scheduling. Otherwise, just post it on Friday afternoon. The most important thing is consistency with these posts.
Right. Just get it out there. Okay. Then monthly, it'd be good to audit your competitors. So once a month, search your main keywords like pest control in Charlotte, pest control in Gastonia, wherever you are, pest control in blank, and look at who's ranking in those top 3.
Right. One thing tip too is do it in a private browser or an incognito browser. This way you're not logged in. That will skew your results as well. And the other thing is look at who's in the top 3. How many reviews do they have? How many photos? How often are they posting? If you've got questions, reach out to us.
Yeah, and this tells you what you need to compete with them. If the number 3 position has 80 reviews and you have 40, you know you need to double your review generation.
Also, just as a mention here, you want to make sure that you're looking in the top 3 organic. You don't want to look at the top 3 ads because you will see ads at the very, very top. We're talking about those top 3 that are just naturally showing up. If your competitors are posting twice a week and you're posting once, increase your posting frequency. Reverse engineer their success.
Absolutely. So before we end this podcast today, 3 critical mistakes that'll get you penalized or suspended. Chad, what's the first one? Can you remember?
Sorry.
I think we already talked about it.
Yeah. Obviously, you don't want to name your profile Joe's Pest Control, Termite Exterminator, Bedbug Removal, Charlotte, North Carolina. I mean, that's a mouthful to say right there. I hope you haven't named your business that. But
That's a lot
Google
to
will
put on a
probably
truck too.
suspend you if you did. Yeah, that's a lot to put on the side of a truck.
Yes, so use your actual registered name. That's it. No keywords. It's super easy. Just your name, your registered name.
And most important, never buy reviews. Never write your own reviews from fake accounts. Never offer discounts for reviews. Google's going to detect this and penalize your entire profile. Here's a quick story. We had a customer who did this. First, they gave out $5 service credits for anybody who leave a 5-star review. Unfortunately, that got back to a customer who didn't want to leave a 5-star review. And then they mentioned that in the review. And what that does is now that everybody reads that review, they say, oh, so in my head, all of these 5-star reviews, they're fake because they were all purchased. So now you've just completely ruined your entire reviews on Google Business Profile. And there's no way to change that after that happens. You can't edit their review. The other one is that somebody said they went to a business leads group and they said, okay, let's all leave reviews for each other. And within 20 minutes, they had 20 new 5-star reviews from everybody in their leads group, whether they were actually a customer or not. That sounds great, but what Google says is, hey, 20 reviews within just a few minutes, these sound fake. Also, they were all within the same locations. Google's going to say, yeah, these aren't real, and they're gonna suspend probably all of them, if I'm being honest. And it's going to put a marking on your Google Business Profile for it to be a little more cautious in the future. And so some of your reviews might not show up in the future. So just be wary of hurting your Google Business Profile with fake reviews.
Okay, so the mistake number 3 is inconsistent NAP, which sounds like something else. I would love a consistent NAP, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about NAP. So that stands for name, address, and phone. These must be identical everywhere. Your Google Business Profile, your website, your Facebook, your directories.
So if your Google Business Profile says 123 Main Street, but your website says 123 Main Street, but only shortened, so ST period, instead of spelling out STREET, that inconsistency hurts your ranking. Pick one format and make sure that you use it everywhere. Something that we do with our agency, we use a system called Yext that will actually take all of your profiles online and even additional listing services and make sure that your NAP your name, address, and your phone number are consistent all across the web automatically. So you don't even have to log into all these different places. It does it for you. Okay, so let's recap these three takeaways.
Number one, Google Business Profile generates more qualified leads than any paid channel. That is a big deal. Up to 60% of total leads, and these leads close at 30 to 40% because they're pre qualified. They're high intent. These people are ready to purchase. Number two, the optimization checklist is claim and verify, complete every field if it's the postcard, all the requests if it's a video that you're making. Upload 20 to 30 photos, generate reviews systematically, and post weekly. Number three, the weekly maintenance routine is Monday review responses, Wednesday new photos, Friday Google posts, and monthly do a quick competitor audit and see where you are when you search those keywords: pest control operator, pest control service near whatever city. Check, see where you are in that.
Yeah, we created the Google Business Profile Optimization Checklist, every field to complete, photo types to upload, and exact weekly routine. Download it free at marketingthatactuallyworks.ai.
And if you want us to audit your Google Business Profile and show you exactly what's holding you back, book a free strategy call. We can take a look.
Okay, Elizabeth, next Tuesday, should you do door-to-door? We're breaking down whether door-to-door sales still works in 2026 and the real math behind it.
Yes, so we'll look forward to that. And also subscribe. We'd love to have you as a regular listener, and leave us a review, and also let us know what topics you'd like for us to cover, because we're trying to hit those spots that everybody really needs to hear and wants to know more
Yeah.
about.
Thanks for listening to Pest Control Marketing That Actually Works. We'll see you next Tuesday.